Welcome back to Special Educators Resource Room. I'm Jennifer from Positively Learning, and today we're tackling a topic that's practical, necessary, maybe it's already on your mind, life skills. Here's the reality. Teaching life skills doesn't require a separate curriculum or hours of your prep time. It's all about using those moments you already have to help your students to grow in their independence and confidence step by step. So today we're going to break it all down, what life skills actually are, why they matter so much, and how we can teach them throughout the day. So no fluff, just real strategies at work. Let's get started. Hey, special educators, I'm Jennifer from Positively Learning. Welcome to the Special Educators Resource Room. If you're like me, you're always looking for ways to save time and streamline your work. That's why this podcast was created, to give you the systems and solutions you need to get your time back. Tune in for tips, tricks, and tools that will help you manage your workload and make the most of your time. Whether you're brand new or experienced, all are welcome in the Special Educators Resource Room. I have a quick request before we get started. I've been planning this episode for so long, and I kept putting it off. Since last summer, I've been wanting to do a series on life skills, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. And I thought, no one's going to want to listen to all of that. They might see the topic life skills and think, that doesn't apply to me, or I don't have time for that. I'm just going to skip these, and I don't want that to happen. So instead, I took all my information and I'm trying to shove it into one episode. If you'd like me to expand on any of these topics within this episode, just shoot me a message. Message me on Instagram, send me an email. I'd be happy to come back and expand on it. But for now, let's start with the basics. What exactly are life skills and why are they important? The most bare bone description of life skills are any of those skills that we need to function as independently as possible. So think of these categories: communication, how we ask for help, self-advocacy, having meaningful conversations, self-care skills, dressing, personal hygiene, organization and time management, how we follow a schedule, we keep our workspace organized, social skills, understanding personal boundaries, taking turns, resolving conflicts, and problem solving, how to make a decision, set a goal, or manage unexpected challenges. These skills are the foundation for independence and confidence. And think about it. Life skills help students not just in school, but in every aspect of their lives. So whether it's navigating how to solve a math problem or navigating a grocery store aisle, students are feeling empowered to handle these situations with less support and more confidence. And the good news, this is the best part, you're most likely already teaching these skills in ways you might not even realize. And here's where we're going to get practical. Teaching life skills doesn't mean you need to rewrite all of your lesson plans, but instead we're going to weave them into what you are already doing. So let's talk about life skills in action, teaching it during your regular day. Here's 5 ways to make it happen. Number 1. Use transitions as opportunities. Transitions are perfect for practicing life skills like cleaning up our workspace, organizing our materials. For example, you can have students check off items or use a visual schedule during transitions. Number 2, embedding life skills into academics. So you're turning your everyday lessons into real-world practice. For example, if you're working on addition, you can go back to that grocery store scenario and have students calculate the totals. Reading comprehension. Think about recipes or how-to guides that teach following instructions. Number 3, model and practice social skills. Group activities are a great time to teach turn-taking, active listening, asking for help, role-playing these common scenarios, like how to order at a restaurant. There's definitely a food theme going on here. But it can help students gain confidence in social situations while they're in a safe place, which is your classroom. Quick recap. Number 1 was to use transitions as opportunities. Number 2, embedding life skills into everyday lessons. Number 3, modeling and practicing social skills. Now moving on to number 4, leveraging routines to build independence. You may have classroom jobs or routines. This is a great time for teaching responsibility, a huge life skill. Students can check off attendance, they can water plants, they can sharpen pencils as part of their daily tasks. Visual checklists can help guide them through these multi-step routines. The final step, number 5, celebrate small wins. Every time a student achieves a small milestone, like organizing their backpack independently, let's celebrate it. These moments are going to help build student confidence and encourage continued growth. Now, you may be thinking, these are everyday things I'm already doing. Yes, and it's not too hard. It's just teaching our students to be the best they can be. Also, yes. The key is that you're making life skills part of your classroom. So it's not about actually doing more, but just maybe doing things a little bit differently. You may be thinking, I hear you. This all sounds great, but what about the challenges? So let's tackle a few common ones. Number 1, limited time. Life skills don't necessarily require standalone lessons. You could do that. That would be great. But if you are tight on time, we can focus on embedding them into those transitions, those routines, those group activities. Let's talk about the next challenge, lack of resources. Could you use what's already in your classroom? Do students have access to visual schedules? Or could you recreate one with sticky notes? You know what my suggestion will be? Independent work. If that's already in place, could you switch out a task box, a file folder, work binder pages to tackle an important life skill? That's a very low prep and inexpensive solution. The next challenge is not knowing where to start, feeling uncertain. It feels like there's so many life skills we all need. My advice is to start small. Choose 1 or 2 skills to focus on. For example, following a checklist or practicing turn taking. Then once you start to see progress, you can build from there. Remember, you don't have to do all of this at once. You can start with what feels manageable and grow from there. If you're still listening to this episode, thank you. Can you hear how I tried to take 3 different episode topics and cram them into one? I'd be happy to come back and expand on anything we talked about today, from what are life skills with more examples, to embedding life skills into your everyday classroom learning, to overcoming challenges. You'll have to let me know which one you want to hear more of. But in the meantime, I'm going to leave some links in the show notes. The first link is to the Life Skills Task Box lesson plans. This is a full curriculum. There's 40 editable lessons with 2 task boxes per topic. So that's 80 task boxes, and you can use them for guided practice, independent work, or assessment. Now, I'm not leaving the link suggesting you go purchase all of this, but if you click on the preview, the very first slide lists out all 40 topics, and that might be really helpful as you're starting to think about this and looking around your own classroom and deciding what life skill to tackle first. So be sure to check that out. The other link is for the free spreadsheet inventory that goes with the Taskbox Dollar Club, the File Folder Dollar Club, and the Work Binder Dollar Club. If you click on this Google Sheet, you can sort it by category, and there is a category for life skills. So you can see what type of tasks are available and cross-reference that with tasks you already have to see where you're going to start. So that is another helpful reference tool. Here's what I want you to remember. Life skills aren't just extra, they are essential. And you are already teaching them in so many ways. Every time you model how to handle a situation, encourage independence, or guide a student through a routine, you are building life skills. So it's okay to start with one small goal. Maybe it's following a checklist or practicing a social skill, and stick with it. Consistency is key. And over time, we'll see progress. So it's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up and trying out some new strategies and giving your students the tools they need to grow. You are making a difference, and it's okay to take it one step at a time. If you loved this episode or just picked up one new idea, it would be so great to hear from you. Please tag me on Instagram at Positively Learning and let me know how you're doing. Until next time, take care, keep crushing it, and I'll meet you back here in the Special Educators Resource Room.
Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'm dying to ask, what'd you think? Be sure to hit the follow or subscribe button so that you never miss an episode. You can find the show notes and links for everything mentioned in this episode at positivelylearningblog.com. See you next week for more special education solutions.